The young man being humiliated, forced to do jumping jacks in nothing but his boxes. His sweat-drenched body shakes as he counts each rep aloud, his voice trembling under the weight of exhaustion and shame. Around him, a group of school bullies jeers, laughing loudly and recording him on their phones, mocking his appearance and enjoying his humiliation. As he completes the exercise, he collapses to his knees, panting heavily. His head hangs low, and when he finally looks up, his eyes reveal a haunting emptiness, a look of someone who has given up on life. The bullies laugh harder, oblivious to the depth of the pain they've inflicted. The bullies continue tormenting the protagonist, mocking his exhaustion and calling him fatty. One of them grabs a bucket of rotting food and sneers. "If you don't want to lose weight, let's make you gain it instead." He demands the protagonist eat the scraps, causing visible despair and humiliation. The protagonist trembles, his face filled with dread and shame, as the bullies laugh cruelly. Forced to eat rotting scraps, enduring the bullies' laughter and mockery. One bully kicks him hard, sending him sprawling, and the group begins beating him mercilessly while hurling insults like "disgusting freak." Curled up on the ground, bruised and tearful, the protagonist lies motionless under the bright sun, his despair deep and overwhelming. The scene ends with the bullies standing over him, laughing as the scene lingers on his pain and humiliation. The protagonist, holding a rope in despair, considers ending his suffering after relentless bullying. As he ends his life, vivid memories of a skilled martial artist or person he doesn't recognize suddenly merge with his mind. The rope snaps and he collapses. Initially overwhelmed by a flood of vivid memories and fighting techniques, suddenly comes to a startling realization he is not just experiencing someone else's life. He is Cha Mu-Gyeol, the martial artist, whose consciousness has somehow been transferred into the body of the fat, bullied kid. As he grapples with the shock, flashes of his last fight resurface, showing his ultimate defeat at the hands of Makhmudov. He remembers the fatal moment clearly, but now he's alive in an entirely different body. Cha Mu-Gyeol basks in his glory as a champion fighter, hailed as the strongest. Flashbacks show his meteoric rise, signing a WFC contract and dominating rivals. However, his undefeated streak ends brutally when a devastating blow shatters his pride, leaving him defeated and broken. Suddenly, he awakens in a school classroom, trapped in the body of an overweight, awkward student. Shocked by his new reflection, he struggles to comprehend his fall from greatness. Looking at his hands and feeling his unfamiliar body, he realizes he has been reincarnated into the overweight body of a bullied student. Memories of his former life as a champion martial artist flood back, clashing with glimpses of the humiliations faced by this body's original owner. Determined to make the most of this second chance, he vows to transform this new life. While Cha Mu-Gyeol sat quietly, his thoughts drifted to the memories of the relentless bullying the boy whose body he now inhabited had endured. The taunts, the laughter, and the physical humiliation played like a cruel reel in his mind. Lost in these thoughts, he barely noticed his surroundings. Suddenly, a sharp impact jolted him back to reality, a punch to his face. One of the bullies, mocking him as an easy target, had decided to test his knockout theory. Cha Mu-Gyeol, shocked by the punch, looked up at the bully. Irritated by his reaction, the bully kicked him, sending him to the ground. As Mu-Gyeol lay there, he realized the attack hadn't hurt at all. Frustrated by Mu-Gyeol's blank expression, the bully kicked him again, but Mu-Gyeol, still on the ground, couldn't help but notice that the attacks didn't hurt him. The bullies left the classroom, laughing, convinced they had defeated Cha Mu-Gyeol. But to their shock, he stood up, assumed a fighting stance, and called them back to face him again. Turning around in disbelief, the bullies questioned if they were seeing things. Hesitant but irritated, they approached Cha Mu-Gyeol, the tension in the room shifting as his calm defiance unsettled them. The bully swung a heavy punch at Cha Mu-Gyeol, landing it squarely on his face. To everyone's shock, Mu-Gyeol didn't react and instead stared back at the bully with a calm, almost mocking gaze. He began laughing, his deep chuckle echoing through the room, unnerving the bully, who stepped back in confusion. Without warning, Mu-Gyeol stepped forward and delivered a devastating punch. The force sent the bully flying across the classroom, crashing into desks. The class was left in stunned silence, their disbelief growing. After delivering a devastating punch, Cha Mu-Gyeol stood triumphant as a glowing screen appeared before him, revealing his stats. His eyes locked onto one line, durability, SSS grade. Excitement surged through him, knowing his once weak glass-like jaw from his past life was now his greatest strength. Meanwhile, the remaining bully stood frozen, shocked by what he had just witnessed. His leader lay unconscious, defeated by a single blow. Fear gripped him as he stumbled back, unable to meet Mu-Gyeol's piercing gaze. A smile forming as he realized the status window and mission panel were real. Turning his attention to the last bully, he walked toward him with calm confidence. The bully, frozen in fear, could only think, "I'm doomed." Stopping face to face with him, Mu-Gyeol asked, "Do you like hard food?" The absurd question left the bully baffled and speechless. Mu-Gyeol leaned in slightly, his tone cold, and answered, "Because after what I'm about to do, eating it will be the least of your problems." Cha Mu-Gyeol, calm but menacing, warned the bully, "I'm going to get rid of all your teeth." The bully, mustering all his courage, swung a punch at Mu-Gyeol. Mu-Gyeol stood his ground, letting the punch land without flinching. As a mission window appeared, instructing him to collect 30 teeth, Mu-Gyeol smirked, grabbed the bully, and pulled him forward. With a single, devastating punch, Mu-Gyeol knocked out to teeth, leaving the bully dazed and the crowd stunned by his sheer power. Cha Mu-Gyeol recalls his humiliating defeat in a bare-knuckle MMA match against Mahmoudov, who won using illegal drugs. In the hospital, Mu-Gyeol realizes the fight was rigged to elevate Mahmoud's career. CEO Jung Yong-gil arrives, waking Mu-Gyeol with disdain, mocking his paralyzed condition and blaming him for disobeying orders. Jung boasts about using Mu-Gyeol's situation to enhance his public image, pretending to be a caring benefactor. As Jang gloats, Mu-Gyeol lies in bed, consumed by anger, devastated as Jung Yong-gil reveals his role in orchestrating Mu-Gyeol's downfall. The CEO brings in junior fighters, pointing to Mu-Gyeol as an example of what happens when someone disobeys him. Intimidated, the juniors vow their obedience. Before leaving, Yong-gil coldly states that Mu-Gyeol's spinal injury will end his fighting career. Left alone, Mu-Gyeol is overwhelmed by despair, his spirit shattered by betrayal and hopelessness. Cha Mu-Gyeol confirms the stats window is real, showcasing his strength in boxing but lacking in other skills due to his paralysis. Filled with hope for a second chance, he vows to pursue his dream of becoming the best fighter. Suddenly, the classroom door slides open, and a bully enters, calling out for him, breaking the tense. When the bully confronts Cha Mu-Gyeol, accusing him of being the one who beat his friend, Mu-Gyeol calmly admits it. As the bully charges, Mu-Gyeol counters with a powerful Dempsey roll, leaving him fleeing in terror. Picking up the teeth the bully left behind, he muses about the boldness of kids these days while completing a quest. As he processes the moment, a girl points at him and confidently declares, "You can fight, right?" setting the stage for what's to come. A group of bullies gathers, shocked that Cha Mu-Gyeol could defeat them. Their leader laughs, dismissing their claims, and decides to confront Mu-Gyeol himself. When asked if he's sure, the leader smirks and suggests Mu-Gyeol might have learned basic boxing. With an evil grin, he confidently says, "Let's go," leading the group to confront Mu-Gyeol. In the men's bathroom, an annoyed Cha Mu-Gyeol confronts a girl who compliments his fighting skills. Ignoring his protests about her being in the wrong place, she expresses interest in his story and suggests sharing it on her YouTube channel. Cha Mu-Gyeol declines and, when asked about his interests, reflects on his goal to defeat Jang Yong-gil and pursue mixed martial arts, starting with joining the RFC. Cha Mu-Gyeol exits the restroom with the girl still trailing behind him. As they walk through the hallway, he unintentionally bumps into the leader of the bullies. Their eyes lock, and the tension between them is palpable. Without hesitation, the bully delivers a sharp kick to Cha Mu-Gyeol's side, sending him crashing to the ground. The girl, alarmed and furious, shouts in protest, but the bully arrogantly dismisses her, shoving her aside. He orders the bystanders to clear the area and instructs his lackeys to block anyone from entering. Cha Mu-Gyeol, lying on the floor, clenches his fists in frustration and anger, his expression darkening as he glares up at his attacker. Cha Mu-Gyeol stands up, fury in his eyes as the bully mocks him and reveals a humiliating video on his phone. The girl gasps in shock at the footage, but Cha Mu-Gyeol, unflinching, slaps the phone out of the bully's hand. The bully, stunned by the bold move, barely reacts before Cha Mu-Gyeol delivers a powerful punch to his face, silencing him and shifting the confrontation entirely. Cha Mu-Gyeol's punch leaves the leader bully and everyone else in shock. The room falls silent as the girl and the other bullies freeze, stunned by his strength. Cha Mu-Gyeol clenches his fist, his eyes burning with determination. He recalls the past humiliation and vows to avenge what the original owner of this body endured, signaling to everyone that he's no longer someone to mess with. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe, and ring the bell for the next arc. And for more manhwa and manga content, got a favorite? Drop it in the comments. See you next time.